I'm Ian Garlic, and at Authentic Web, we've created thousands upon thousands of videos. And over the years, we've really narrowed it down to 7 types of videos that every business really needs. And the reason we do that, and there's 7 different types of videos, is understanding that we really absorb video and content in different ways depending on the platform, depending on where we are in the buying process, and especially if someone's not decided upon it, that we want to know different things. So to answer those different questions, we've created 7 different types of videos, and we suggest everyone make these. Now, the first type of video is the one most people are thinking about when they think of video, and it's your overview video. And this is mostly like what most people call a commercial. It talks about your business. It talks about what you do, why you do it, what services you offer, and really tries to drive people. This is the video you'll find on your homepage. And while it's important, it's not really the most important video, because it'll probably be the most viewed video, but often it's the second most viewed video. What's the number 1 most viewed video? Well, it's the bio video. Your bio video across all of our clients is consistently the most viewed videos that we find, because people want to know about you. And if you've seen our other videos about the About Us page and how to create an awesome About Us page, you know, we've studied this and we found that it's the biggest opportunity. So creating a great bio video is super important, because it's really that opportunity for someone to really trust you and move down that know, like, trust scale. Because really, to get people to purchase from you, to buy your services, and to continue to work with you, you have to get them to know, like, and trust you. And often you have to get them to like and trust you continuously, and the bio video is a great place for that to happen. The next type of video we talk about is what's called a service video. And the service video, because we all have different aspects of our business, we try and cram them all into the overview video, but the service video is really the point where you say, hey, here's one of the aspects of what we do. You know, if you have a software, one of the things the software can do, and here's a service video behind it. It's like a commercial in that you talk about your business, and you talk about the specific service that you're offering, and you'll have a call to action in it. So it is like a commercial for that specific part of the service that you provide. And it's an important thing to do, because it's hard to tell everything that you do and all the great ways that you do it in one video. And the service video really speaks to a person's specific situation. So for clients, we create a lot of service videos. Next up is what's called a video page. And we call it a video page because it's a page on your website with video, but it's not going to necessarily have a service video. And what does that mean? So this will be a purely informational video, and this is where someone gets to know you. And just, you put it out there, you know, and you provide a lot of value. And that's what we talk about when we talk about really great marketing these days, especially internet marketing, digital marketing, or what's called inbound marketing. It's a conversation. And if you try and sell someone right away, they won't move to that trust side of that know, like, trust scale as fast. So a video page really talks about one of your services, but a specific aspect of it, that's just general information. It might be you help increase productivity through this service, and it really doesn't even talk specifically about the service as the function of the service. We've talked, if you're a doctor, it might just be a specific thing about a specific ailment, and not really talking about how you cure it, just general information. And that's an important one to have, because it's adding content. You can hit what's called a long tail search, those bigger searches, and they can show, that page can specifically show up to it, but it's also getting people to use your website as an informational piece. Next up, one of the things we create are video blog posts. Like I said before, we want to create highly valuable information on a continuous basis. And video blog posts let us do that, because they're more stream of consciousness, where you're getting out the latest information, getting it out to people, populating your blog. You can use it across social media. It might be on a very specific topic or a very specific thing that's going on, a current event, but it gives you the opportunity to get your content out there, and it's original content that's you. One of the things that we didn't talk about right away, but remember that a lot of these videos are going to go in YouTube, and YouTube's the second most used search engine out there. So video blog posts really get, even at the far end of the know, like, trust scale, get people to know you when it's a hot topic or something very, very specific, because you can show up in YouTube and be found for that video blog post, then they want to get more information. And maybe they'll find one of your video pages, then see your overview video, and then a bio video. And what's great about having this many videos, and we've a few more to talk about, but really what's great about that is if you can get people watch 2 or 3 of your videos, it's like having a personal meeting with them. And what an awesome opportunity to leverage your time, to really have more time with someone in an intimate setting where they're paying complete attention to you and you're not even there. Next up are video FAQs. And there's so much that can be done. Of course, you can have a video FAQ page, but also you can use these video FAQs in your social media because people might not have thought about that. You can use it in your email follow-ups because people might ask a question and then forget the answer, and you can do it again and repeat it to them. And video FAQs can actually be used in direct contact with potential clients because they might ask you a question, and then you can say, hey, I made a video on it because so many people had that question. And that allows you, instead of writing email, allows people to consume, once again, video time with you, and you answer their question directly. And the more of these that you make, the more what's called the long tail search you can hit. The big thing with me is I look at Google Analytics all the time and YouTube Analytics, and more people are asking questions of Google. They go into Google and they ask, they ask what is the meaning of life? And anything in between, and ask big, long questions. The more of those questions you can answer, the more the chance that your video FAQ is going to show up in the Google search result. And if you answer someone's very specific question, once again, they get to know you right away. And then you get an opportunity to like and trust you throughout the rest of these videos. The last type of video is video case studies. Now there's a few different ways that you can do these video case studies. You can do first-person case studies where you interview your customers, interview your clients, and have them tell the story of working with you. Or you can tell the story specifically of a time that you worked with someone else. And like I said, the key word there is story. You need to tell a story. You can't say, hey, we just worked with so-and-so and this is the result. You need to tell the whole story. What happened? Why did someone come to you? What was the conflict? What were their fears? And then in the end, how did you resolve it? How did you do it? And what was the actual result? We have a couple of videos on creating case studies. And one of the things I can't stress to you enough, and I stress this to people all the time, is get the term testimonial out of your vocabulary. Because simply saying having a video of people saying how great you are is boring. And of course you're gonna put people on there that say that, and people are never gonna remember that. But if you tell a story, if you have your customers tell their stories, people are gonna watch that time and time and time again. And what's really cool is if you do some video SEO and you want to rank for a term, instead of having your overview video ranking for that term, you can have that case study ranking for a specific term, whether it's the software term that you want or a specific part of your service. And if you get that case study, well, that's essentially like a video referral on Google for your business, working 24/7. So that's a huge, huge opportunity. Now, this seems like a lot, but if you do it right, you can film most of these in a day and you can get a ton of great content, because you have to think, throughout this, there's gonna be a lot of content that's used over and over again. You're gonna have a lot of the same content in each one of these, and that's fine, because very few people are gonna sit down and watch all these all at once, and you need to repeat yourself. People forget things. You are not the most important person in the world. I'm sorry to tell you that. This is your opportunity to say things over and over and over again, to repeat your message, to drive your message home, to drive home your value proposition, to drive home your stories. So think about how you're gonna set each one of these up and then start to create each one of them.